You are now listening to the West Side of THAAfterparty.com.
Hi, I'm Jess with Kinky Curly Babes Corner. Tune in every Sunday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. to learn about natural hair care, join our discussion on the natural hair community, and much more. Catch me every Sunday at 8 p.m. on the West Side of the After Party Radio. See you at the party. Hello, want to welcome everyone to my first podcast show, Kinky Curly Babes Corner. So I have a special guest with me.
That's right.
I'm interviewing her today, but she's going to be a permanent co-host after this episode. But she has had her locks for how long now?
14 years.
So I want to stress that I had a typo, and I said 8 years, and people were down her neck. So she's had her locks for 14 years.
Yeah.
So today we're pretty much going to be discussing our hair journeys, my natural hair journey, her lock journey, the struggle phase, all that good stuff in between.
That's right.
Also want to announce that I have a sponsored giveaway with Natural Hair Care.
Ooh, free stuff.
Yes, free stuff. So to enter into this giveaway, you need to follow Natural Hair Care on her Instagram. Follow me on my Instagram. It's Kinky Curly Babe on Instagram. And then once you follow both of us, if you go to my page, you should see the ad for it. You have to repost the ad and tag 3 people into the ad along with Natural Hair Care and myself. And then you need to submit a form. Either if you click the link on my bio or on their bio, there's a link to submit your first name, last name, and your email so we can contact you if you win. So in the giveaway, what's included? They're including their one of their most sold hair packages. So it's like a bundle. I believe you get the conditioner, the leave-in conditioner, shampoo, all that stuff included. I'm adding one of my T-shirts, Kinky Curly Crew, and then my natural hair diary is going to be included into that giveaway as well.
That sounds great.
Right? I'm excited.
Anything free. We like.
Okay, so I am very interested in talking about this woman's locks.
Is she touching my hair?
Yes, this is the first time I've ever touched her hair. And I've known her for a while now. She's had her locks for 14 years, and they're down her back. I've seen people that have had their locks even longer, and I've never seen them that long. So I want you to tell us and look at you.
The engineer's like, hold up, no hair flipping. That was the white part of me. I did Ancestry.com. I got like 16%, girl. Go for it.
Yeah, you know what? I've never done Ancestry.com. I've thought about it. It makes me nervous. Like,
they
I don't want to
just want to document us.
I don't want to know.
They're going to clone us and get rid
right?
of us.
That's why I don't want to do it. I feel like if I do it,
but I feel I would be a cool clone. Just think about it. I may be a skinny clone.
You may be a skinny clone.
Yeah, when they make my clone, it may be skinny. So I want them to have my stuff.
No. Why would you want a clone if you have a clone?
I'm dead,
it's
so
not
I don't care. But
so
when you're dead, you don't care.
I guess. Okay.
Okay.
But anywho, so I wanted you to tell us what inspired your lock journey. Did you just wake up one day and was like, I want to have locks, or what inspired that?
Well, honestly, as you get older, you get tired. You get tired. Tired of putting perms in your hair. Tired of straightening your hair, tired of curling your hair, tired of flat ironing your hair, and tired of paying $150 to a beautician to do it every 2 weeks.
To fry your hair.
That's $300 a month. No, sweetie, I'm not doing that.
That's a car note.
So really, financially, it was better for me to just go natural.
Okay, I can relate to that. When I started my natural hair journey, that was like the major thing. Like growing up for me, it was like look presentable. So looking presentable was going to get your perm every 2 weeks, flat iron your hair, blow drying it so you can flat iron it. It was just a process, and it was expensive. The funny part is that I'm not sure how it is for the lock journey, but I know for the natural hair journey, people like to stress that it's expensive to go natural. And I'm like, no, like if you... The face that you
I
make,
don't
right?
even
Like
understand how you would think it's expensive. I have a friend who is a beautician and she's certified, and she charges over $200 for a perm. That's way too much. I go every 3 months and pay my little under $150. I like that. I like that. Adrian. Thank you.
So, because I know you know the history about locks, I want you to explain to our viewers why
How I
it's
know the
not
history?
dreadlocks. You know the history.
Nah,
Yes, you
you
do.
know what? A lot of times everybody has
I
their
don't like the word. I
opinions.
don't like the word dreadlocks though.
Yeah,
It
well,
should be
they're
called
not
locks.
dreaded, which is something that a negative connotation.
Yeah.
Just like natural hair is in society that we live in, it's a negative connotation to have natural hair. California just had to pass a law to ban discrimination
Why do we need a
against
law
natural hair. I'm like,
to-
okay, we need a law about the hair that's growing out of my head.
Exactly.
I don't understand that. But you have to realize the way we are raised and the way we have been brainwashed in our culture is to have that straight hair, to look like them, to act like them. So, when we grow up, I don't know, in my age group, we always had the perms. And whenever we did like braids, it was like, oh, you have braids? Like it was a big deal. Like we were being rebellious if we showed our culture because after the 60s when it was, we were into our culture, somewhere something shifted and we got away from it where we didn't have as much pride as we did. So in the 80s, it was that straight hair look. Everybody was getting perms. Everybody had straight hair because that was the notion of what was beautiful because that's all we saw. I grew up on Brady Bunch and then Good Times, but you stuck in the middle, you know?
You wanna know what's funny though? Even though you and I are like different ages, like I still can relate to that. I feel like in the last like 6 years, like natural hair publicly has like grown a lot. Now I can
Yeah.
get on TV and it's not just on BET after hours that I'm seeing a commercial about like a black woman and her hair. Now it's like everywhere. I can get on ABC or whatever
Yeah.
channel is playing, and there's a girl that looks like me with natural hair, and it's not just a light skinned girl, it's a brown skinned girl.
Yeah,
It's this.
they're
So,
representing more
yeah,
now
than
than
they
what they
were.
were when we were young. I didn't have really a lot of choices. Good times, what's happening now? You're looking at the Afro. Locks have always been something that was considered dirty. People always think if you have locks, you don't wash your hair. We could wash our hair every day, just
Yeah.
like the next person. People always want to touch it. One big thing is there's a myth that black people hair don't grow.
You know that's not true.
That is so untrue. There was an incident even in my immediate family. My father, after about 8, 9 years of me growing my locks, he was like, "So when are you gonna change your hair?" I was like, "Excuse me, when you gonna take that fake hair out of there and change your hair?" And I was like, "Dad, this is my hair." "That's not your hair." "Dad, this is my hair." And my mother was like, "You so dumb." She was just like, you so dumb. I was like, you'd have been with him 40 years, so that's what you got. So I think even in our own culture, we have been brainwashed to not understand where we come from and what the locks really mean because it is a cultural thing for the locks. It is something that is sacred. We do it, and it's that same. I don't know if you remember Samson and Goliath. His strength was in his hair. And you don't let people touch your hair because people carry spirits. So you touch my hair, you could
Why
be.
are we up in here talking about spirits?
Well, I'm just
I
saying,
know it's Sunday, but we ain't.
allegory. But you don't. That's why you don't let people touch your hair because a lot of times when people fondle your hair and touch your hair, it actually falls out. That's why people, more or less, people with locks don't want you to touch their hair.
I mean, it's the same thing with natural hair too. The more you play in it, the less like.
It grows.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're manipulating it all the time. So of course it's not gonna grow as often as someone that just styles the hair and leaves it alone. Um, but yeah, that's.
Yeah. Well, it's an innocence in it also. I used to work in retail, and I had a small, like 7-year-old, 8-year-old Caucasian kid. He was talking to his mother, and so his mother came up to me. She said, "Excuse me, I don't mean any disrespect, but my son wanted to know if he can touch your hair."
At least she
And
asked, cause some.
because
don't
he
wanna
kept
ask.
staring at me, and I thought they
He's
was trying
probably
to.
never seen anybody
Yeah, he
with
didn't.
hair like you. Yeah,
But he
was
wanted to grow
curious.
locks. Come to find
Uh-huh.
out, he wanted to grow. He was 7-year-old Caucasian boy who wanted to grow locks.
Mhm.
So he wanted to touch them to see how they felt. I let him touch the tips. I didn't let him run his fingers through my head. You know what I'm saying? I think I'll touch this one little
So
tip,
that
and then I
16%
cut it,
wasn't
and then it was gone.
that 16% from ancestry.
Yeah,
That was a no go. You like
yeah,
nah.
that was it. That was it. Yeah. But it's funny how people always want to touch my hair. They want to touch my hair. I've been in line at grocery stores, and yes, people will touch your hair
That's
without
really
asking for.
rude,
Hey, how are you?
girl.
Excuse me. I'm not your dog, and I'm not a puppy.
Uh-huh.
The biggest thing is I think they're so intrigued by it. I know that right now there's a lot of fake locks running around. It's just
You know, there's the extensions. So they have the extensions where it can grow into your own hair. So you can
What?
no, yeah, I'm serious. So it's human hair, so you can get it locked into your hair, and it can be your hair. Like you don't have to take it out if you don't.
It's your
Like
hair
it's
when
permanent.
you have the receipt, but it's not your hair.
I mean, you pay for
But
it.
it's the no.
You know. No,
Anyway,
but yeah,
that's so disrespectful.
it's lock extensions, and then you can lock it into your hair. So it essentially is just,
That's so
and you can't really
disrespectful.
tell a difference unless somebody told you that they got the lock extensions.
Yeah, I think that a lot of times that locks, people who have locks, is sacred. It's like a different society. It's like when I ride my Harley Davidson. I don't wave at people on the street bike. When we going down the road, we look at people on the street bike like, And then it's same with locks. When you see people's like, you're like, hey, how are you? It's a whole different society. And when you have the fakers come into your society, you're like, how long you been growing your locks? 2 days. Well, they made it real far down your back real
Mm-hmm.
quick. So it's kind of like it gives us a bad taste in our mouth when it's something like that perpetrating. I don't really care for it.
That's deep. That's not anything I can really relate to. I definitely can relate to people wanting to touch my hair.
Yeah.
You remember my hair when it was much longer before I did a mini chop because I was
Yeah.
in denial about needing a trim. I was in trim denial. But before that, my hair was really big, and I remember going to like Hollywood. As a matter of fact, I think I got invited out on a date. It was a concert, and it was a whole bunch of Caucasians at that concert.
Uh-huh.
And like people, but see, I don't. When I'm in a place like that,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I've had people like try to. I'm just like, but I don't think I've ever had anybody just like comfortably come up to me and like touch my hair. They want to ask me questions and like or give me compliments, and I'm just like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, thank you. But yeah, like they are definitely fascinated by
Yeah,
big
I don't really wear it
hair, long
down too
hair.
much either.
Mhm.
And when I first got it done, the reason was mainly I got tired of getting it pressed and curled and permed. So I went ahead and got the locks done. It took a while for my hair to lock up, even though the person who started my hair is the same person 14 years later that I go to.
When she retire, you gonna be hot.
Oh, I'm gonna be hot. She said
Are you
she's
going
getting
to cut
carpal
your?
tunnel.
Are you gonna cut your? You are not.
I'm cutting. Who? No.
So who's gonna do your locks? You
Somebody.
need to start. You need to find a backup before she
But when
retires.
I first started it, I got my locks done, and it took a little minute for me. I was impatient. I needed it to lock really quick.
Mhm.
That's one thing about people who start this journey. You want it to like lock really quick. You want it to grow fast. First
Not
and
gonna happen.
foremost, slow down. It's not a simple journey. Um, it takes a minute. In the beginning, yeah, you can't wash your hair every day because they'll unravel every single day if you wash your hair. Then you go to the awkward stage. The awkward stage is when it
The
hits your
struggle
shoulders.
stage. Oh, is that the struggle
Yes,
stage or the
that's the
awkward
struggle.
stage?
That's struggle and awkward. I
Okay.
think the struggle stage would be the same as being awkward because when it hits your shoulders, it's like nothing you can do. It can't fit in a ponytail because they all fall out, and then it's like you put your whole head in a ponytail in the morning, and by the end of the day, it's only three stuck in there, and the other ones are just all over the place. And then while you're driving, if the wind blow wrong, something went in your ear, you done popped yourself in the face because you thought it was a bug or something that flew in the
But it's
window.
really
But it's really
your
just your
dread.
hair. Even sleeping, because it's not long enough, it gets in your face, it gets in your ears, your mouth, and it's like, okay, listen, this is
You
just
making
too
it,
much. It's
but
too
but you
much.
made it though. 14
Yeah,
years later.
once you know what? Once it passes your shoulders and it stays back behind your back,
Hmm.
you're good. You're good.
I can think about my struggle phase. I think for me, when I started my journey, this is so silly. I was like 22 at the time when I like just shaved my
Mhm.
head off. I've been bald before. Like I've shaved my head off maybe like 3 times in my
So
adult
you was
lifetime, or
trying to do
just
Wakanda before it was Wakanda?
yes, I
Oh,
was.
okay. I got you.
So I shaved all my hair off. I think it wasn't until like the third time I got it right, because I started the natural hair journey, but I got impatient. I was flat ironing, and then it's heat damage, and then it started looking crazy, and then it just
Yeah.
wasn't working. So I shaved it all off, and then when I started growing a little bit of afro, like it was just awkward for me. I remember like at the time I was married, and I remember wearing like like I was like, I gotta put earrings on because I want anybody to think I'm a guy. But I'm
That's
just
so
like, but
weird.
it's now
Yeah.
I'm 29 now, so like then I was like
Yeah.
20. I'm like, why was I even thinking like that? I clearly don't look like a
Because
guy.
we were,
But
when you're
I
young, you don't think
and
that
then
way.
I grew up in Hawaii, so it's not like I had other black women to talk to about natural hair and hair
Yeah.
care. So all that stuff I figured out by myself. So it's not like I had somebody else to look at and be like, oh, okay, she bald too, and she going through her like I went through the awkward stage by myself.
Yeah.
By
It's
myself.
easier because I was born and raised in Compton, California. Woo woo, D high, you know it, eh? So it's easier because I was always raised around strong women,
Mhm.
strong Afrocentric areas,
Mhm.
Leimert Park, um, Compton. So I always had a avenue to travel to find out the information. I
Mhm.
didn't have to go. We didn't have the internet. Like you guys
She
can
was
go there and
like,
get
we didn't have the
how
internet.
you take care of nappy hair.
Oh.
We didn't have that. We have to go down the street. You better go talk to that old lady down the street with the afro and ask her what she doing. That was our internet, is going to other people's homes and asking questions.
Mhm.
Um, we didn't have such a easy access. So when growing up, if you wanted to know anything about the natural look or the culture, you would have to just go venture and find it. Now
There weren't any
it's
books
similar.
about it or anything like that either.
You know what? Like I said, it was a different era. If there probably were books,
Mhm.
but people didn't care. I mean, where did you go unless it was Leimert Park to find black books? Where do we have black
Mm.
areas in
Okay.
LA? Even
I'm
now,
learning something new. Like I'm not from here. Like I
well,
said, I grew
even
up in
now with
Hawaii, so.
gentrification, they're dismantling anything that we've built up. They're trying to dismantle Leimert Park. Leimert Park, they're pushing to turn it into Africa Town because we don't have a Chinatown or Koreatown, or we don't
Mhm.
have anything where we can go. And the one place we do have, they're trying to dismantle it.
Mhm.
Gentrification is going to move us out, and they up the rents and they up the property tax and stuff like that. So then what happens is we become that lost people. We travel. So we're traveling around trying to find a home. And in doing that, we lose our culture because we get so saturated. And that was part of the 80s. We were trying to get there, but we were still saturated because once we move into being quote unquote equal or accepted, being accepted is what? We try to start being like them.
Mhm.
So being like them, we lost the afros, we lost the culture, we lost the black beauty. People started getting things to change their appearance where they didn't look so black.
Mhm.
When the celebrities start changing their nose or their cheekbones and getting all this plastic surgery, what you're doing is telling these young black children black is not beautiful. We want to say, okay, power to the people, black is beautiful, but why are you doing so many things to change your
To your
look?
face.
Yeah, but that's what was going on.
Mhm.
We were trying to get away from our culture. We were trying to get away from how we really looked. Now we're becoming more aware. I was in that too. I didn't get any plastic surgery because, I always thought I was cute when I was young and skinny. Now I'm cuddly like a bear. So it's different. People like, little cuddly bears. But back then,
Little cuddly bear.
yeah, little cuddly bear.
Okay, but anyway, go
keeps
ahead.
you warm on the week. Yeah, you get your skinny person in the winter. And, no, it's the fat person in the winter. Anyway, we talking about hair stuff.
Yeah.
So when you start this journey of your hair, you sometimes in that day felt like you were alone. When I started my journey with my locks,
You felt like you were alone with
when
your...
I started my journey in my
I
locks,
felt the
yeah.
same way, but mostly because I had no idea what I was doing. It's not like my parents taught me how to do that
Yeah,
stuff.
mine didn't.
I had the few friends that I did have that were black. They were like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you?"
Why you ain't coming over
I
here?
can't ever do that. Like, I don't have time. I remember clearly. I think it was the time. It was one of my good friends. We went out. There's this club that like everybody in Hawaii that's black goes to. I need to tell you about these stories. But anyway, so it's this girl. It's like an acquaintance. Like, we're not really friends. But when we go out, we see each other. Like, that's how small the black community is in Hawaii. So you all know the same people, same circle.
So it's
of people.
like they say when you're from Compton, they think all the black people in Compton know each other. So in Hawaii,
yeah,
it's
like
actual...
Hawaii is the type of place
Okay,
where
okay.
like you go to a restaurant and if there's a group of black people behind you, it's like, are y'all all together? Like, no, we're not all here together. They just black and we at the same place at the same time, but we're not here together. But anyway, so we went to the club and there's this acquaintance that I knew the girl for like years on and off. Like every time we go someplace where there's a lot of black people, she's there. We talk, you know.
Yeah.
And she was saying how she looked at me like, oh, like you can cut all your hair off. And at the time, I had the little struggle fro, and she's like, I could never do that. Like, oh my god. But she, got to relax her. And her hair has always been the same length. So then I remember like maybe a couple years down the line, once I like got out of that struggle phase, and like you could see my curl pattern and like, and seeing her again, and she's like, oh, like, dang, like you still natural, like it looks nice, like it's funny, like I'm an adult, like I'm 22, and I got other adults making fun of me for going natural, and then when they see that I stuck through it, then
But
I didn't have nobody encouraging me.
But you have to realize we are our worst enemy.
We are.
We judge each other.
We are. You know how many times on
all
Twitter
the
somebody's
time.
called me nappy, a black girl? I'm like, girl, we are both nappy. You just got a weave on. Like, we both nappy.
We
it's
are
okay
our
to be
own
nappy.
worst enemy because we do not accept how we look and our God's gifts. I'm not trying to bring religion in there. I'm just saying,
Don't bring religion
if
into
you're
it.
if you're born with the beautiful way of your features of your mother and father, why would you try to change that? They change it because what's fed to us through the media. So what we do is we are ugly if our own people say we're ugly. Viola Davis, Davis, oh, she's an amazing woman. She said that when she was young, she just felt that she was ugly because everyone told her she was ugly. She was dark, her teeth probably wasn't straight, so she nappy hair, so she's ugly. Look at her now, and she even said that when she was young, she was always called ugly. And now that she has money, because that's the way blacks rate beauty. She has money now. She can get a makeup artist. She got a whole little crew. She took her little pictures on Instagram with her whole little crew of makeup artists and hairstylists. And now she's beautiful. Excuse me, black people, stop judging each other. Black is beautiful. Let's actually work through that. Let's actually live it. We say black is beautiful. We like to say black pride, but we don't. Our actions are different from what our mouths are saying. We have to stop terrorizing each other behind what is beautiful within us. Our big noses, our big lips, or whatever, nappy hair. Now nappy hair is accepted. In the old days, it was funny because before your time. George Michael.
Said in the old days.
Yeah, in the old days.
Ancient times. If I wasn't born, it was ancient times.
No, I don't know if you. Well, I know you know who George Michael is.
Okay.
Okay, Wham. George Michael is a singer. Okay. He used to wear 2 earrings. Black men, oh, he's gay. He's this. Yeah, he was gay, but that ain't the
That's
point.
not the point. Yeah.
He wore 2 earrings, and they felt him wearing 2 earrings. Oh, that's gay. Look at all these black men now. They wearing 2 earrings. Even my brother's
And a
5.
fanny
He's
pack.
6 feet. Large guy, and he wears 2 earrings. They have fanny packs. They have the. So it's like,
Purses.
why do we judge so harshly of each other? In our journey through the lock stage, it's almost that same kind of thing, because when I was in the military, I'm a U.S. Army veteran. You can't wear locks in the
You
military.
know they've changed it. They allow them to wear locks.
Yeah,
now.
they do
I think
now.
That's amazing.
But when I was in,
Yeah,
no.
I believe it.
I was a police officer. I'm a retired police officer. I couldn't wear locks then. You had to have a certain standard. They allow you now, as long as it's up off your collar. But back then, you couldn't wear locks. We were just able to wear French braids or cornrows. And sometimes even then, we were frowned upon that wasn't professional. It's that same concept we have now where, what was it, federally, they said that locks can be discriminated against. If you have natural hair, they cannot hire you because you have natural hair. If you have so many doors that keeps closing in your face, from your own people, from the government, and then you have the racial discrimination behind it, where do you go if you have natural hair? So they're going to always force us to always choose to go the angle of what's beautiful. What is beautiful? Straight hair. What is beautiful? Thin nose, thin lips. Now white folks getting thick lips and big noses. What is going on?
Because I was saying, like, people, I feel like now there are the, white folks that they get this work done to look
more
Yeah.
Afrocentric, I guess you want to call it.
That's the word.
Because our features are beautiful. So they're beautiful
they're
because
beautiful on
they
a different
accept
race,
it.
yeah.
No, they're beautiful because they are beautiful, period. We need to say they are beautiful, period. We don't need to say they're beautiful because of someone else adapting it. We have to start to accept each other, and in our culture we have to stop please stop judging one another by whose baby is the lightest or who's the darkest, or what's beauty and what's not. We are all beauty. We come in different shades. That's why we're such an amazing race. We come in so many different shades
And cultural
and
backgrounds,
culture.
too.
Yeah, we are the trendsetters of the earth.
Yeah.
We are
We
the
are.
trendsetters of the earth. We don't take ownership in that, because if we start to communicate and start to learn, what happens? We empower. Once you empower, you unite. Once you unite, we're unstoppable. That's why they continue to separate us, because we are not gaining enough knowledge to realize the strength we have amongst ourselves, because that's all we need really is ourselves. And once we realize that, we will be unstoppable. It has to be taught. It has to be learned. I have a granddaughter. Her father is from Ghana, and her mother is American. And you should see her hair. Look like it be trying to fight each other. Her hair had knuckles on the end. I ain't never seen no hair with this.
She gonna watch this. Your 2-year-old
They had knuckles,
gonna watch
but
this and be like,
I love it though. We just let it be free. We don't try to straighten it. I want her to get locks. We arguing about that right now because I want her to get sister locks. But her hair is so coarse and it's so beautiful. It's amazing. But people look at her and think, oh, they need to comb that baby hair, But that's her natural hair.
yeah.
It is. You may not think it's combed, but we combed it this morning.
Twice.
We combed it 3. In the car, we kind of brushed one over the left side was fighting with the right side. But her hair is beautiful, and we teach her that. She's 2-year-old, and we teach her that. We need to start when they're young. And if we start when they're young, we've already started a trend. So we have to get out of them watching these programs that allow them to show them that they're quote unquote ugly, or they're thug, or they don't have, what it takes to be in society. If we as adults, they say it takes a village to raise our children, correct? Then we need to start teaching them that.
Okay. So, I want to ask you, what was, because I feel like every woman
Yeah.
goes through this in their journey. You have like a milestone where you was like, you just excited, like, okay, I'm like a year strong. Now I put it in the ponytail. What was your milestone that got you like real excited? Like you was like, yes, I can do this with your lock journey.
Um, it was I don't know. I think I'm still not at the okay. I don't think I'm
What? What do
there.
you mean? It's like your locks are down your back. How are you not?
It's weird because okay.
You don't even wear ponytails. You just wrap your locks around each other and tie it. Like, oh, it's high. Okay, and I see you like do a bow tie with your locks. Like, how do you not? So you never had the milestone where you're like, oh dang, like I've came a long way. Let me keep going.
Um, no. I'm just
I
like
think you just lying.
no, I'm not there yet. I know I'm okay. When I got to a certain length, when it got to the center of my back, then I started to think about giving back.
Mhm.
I do a lot of stuff for homeless people and
Mhm.
feeding and clothing. So then I started to research, okay, if I cut my hair, can I give it to a cancer patient?
Mhm.
So that's where my brain was. I was like, and then the lady was like, well, you have to grow it longer. And so then I was like, okay, I'm going to grow it longer so I could give it to a cancer patient.
Mhm.
Then I was like, and then I'm going to look bigger if I give my hair away. Then I'm going to be big with short locks. I said, hold up. They kind of like camouflage because they throw away from my size with my hair. Yeah, because we were
That's
so,
okay.
okay. Anyway.
People have that thing where it makes sense to them, so that all that matters. That makes
You
sense
see?
to you.
Yeah, it does.
So as
That's
long as
all
it makes
that
sense to you,
matters.
that's all that matters.
Okay.
I'm
So
being very
then
supportive.
I think that I could have had a little of the excitement when I realized I can wrap my hair, what you just said. I can wrap my hair with my own hair and go around it like 6 times. Because when I wrap my hair, I used to do it only one time. I said, okay. Then it went 2 times. I was like, dang. Then it went 3. Now I can
Okay,
wrap
so
it like
that was
6 times
that was your
around to
milestone.
hold the ponytail. And I'm like, oh,
You're like,
okay.
I'm a thug
I'm
now.
like, shoot, I'm in
Crib
the
walking.
lock game. But it's also setbacks when you have long hair.
Tell
Because,
us about the setbacks.
okay, there's common things we do every day, right? Like brush our teeth, shower, go to the toilet. So when you see,
I'm laughing because I've heard this story before, so it's funny hearing
so
it
one day it was really funny because I was just by myself and almost died in the bathroom by
again.
myself. So I went to the
That's
bathroom, I
extreme.
had my hair down, and I just sat down like normal, and I was in the bathroom, and I was like, I moved my hair, I was like, my locks are in the toilet. Once they pass the rim, it just, even though they're not in the water,
But
but
that's
once they
still
pass that
that's
invisible
traumatizing.
rim where your rear, I was so traumatized. I pulled my locks out and I just like kind of took them and I held them like this while I finished. I was like this, and I looked at them locks to make sure
Was
the
it
tips
dripping?
didn't touch. No,
Was it okay? So they get wet.
but it was just that invisible line, like it's boundaries. Like you don't want people to always be up in here and see. Look at you. Why you move?
Because
Like
that's
it's
you
a
in my
boundary.
bubble.
See, that's a boundary. See, oh, see,
See?
got you again.
All
Karate
right.
Kid.
We can,
Okay. Anyway, so if your locks passed that boundary, I was like, oh my god, and I just held it. And I looked at it. I finished my business. I could wipe with one hand. I didn't need this hand because right hand. So then I went to the sink and I went to water and I got the antibacterial soap because I felt it was some bacterial situations. You can't use shampoo when your locks pass the toilet boundary. That's some antibacterial soap. So I took that and I lathered the ends real good, and then I rinsed it in warm water because they say hot water, warm water kill bacteria. So your brain is going, and I just just kept getting there, and then you know what the craziest part? I looked at them. I don't know what I was gonna see. I was like making sure no bacteria.
No crumbs.
How I'm gonna see some bacteria?
right.
I was
You were
examining them.
traumatized if you sit there.
I was so
How do you
traumatized.
see bacteria?
You can't see bacteria.
Obviously.
So
you
that
probably realized that
that was a
afterwards.
weird moment. And then I sit on them all the time. So now that's why I wear them up. You say I wear them. I wear them up because you sit on your hair.
Mhm.
If I had the window down, guess what has happened?
Are
My
they
hair then
flying
went out the
out?
window.
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
what the hell?
Get back in here.
They be trying
Nobody
to
told you to
escape.
go outside.
No, trying to be all grown outside in the street with nobody watching you. So it's different things you deal with. Even when you go to like concerts or when you go to shows, you sit in your chair. Where you gonna put your hair?
Funny though, because I have these box braids and like, yeah, like using the restroom and having to untuck them, and I'm like, this must be what Miss T go through.
Yeah, Miss T. Anyway,
that's why you saw I paused when I said that. I was like, she's gonna be.
So
annoyed.
when I'm in the theater or at a concert, like remember people sit behind you. So do you really want to take your hair and put it behind the chair?
No.
Because now you got these fools behind you. When did somebody touch it? So you got to take it and put it on your shoulder right here, or put it in the chair with you. Then you can't move your neck because you're sitting on your hair. So then you want to wrap it up, and then you ask one of the ladies, you got a rubber band in your purse or something, and you throw it on your head. Then it's leaning, and then the people behind you, I can't see.
I was like,
I can't. So it's a lot of different things you go through when you have locks. It's a lot. People don't even realize how much it is. Even when people search you, like when you go to black concerts and you have to get body searched. They want you to touch your hair. Yeah. Oh, I had one said, "Do you have anything in your hair?"
I would have been like,
and I
think
said,
so.
"Excuse me, do you have anything in your hair?" I said, "A head." What are you supposed to say to that? The man said, "Do you have anything in your hair?" I'm like, "Yeah, a head." What? Like, what you got? No, people carry weapons in their hair. I was like, "Are you?" Yeah, I got a AK-47 over here. Hold up, let me get it. Like for real.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things. Sometimes you look at people and you just shake your head. I've been asked, like somebody, I have a shell in my head somewhere. I just felt it. It's in here. I don't know where it's at.
I haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah, it'd be always hiding. And I have people, "Hey, what's that? What are you doing?" It's a shell. What you doing? Hey, what's that for? You never been to the beach? A shell on the ground?
Look with your eyes, not with your hands.
Yeah, look with your eyes, not with your hands. That's really true.
So one thing we haven't touched on is how you take care of your locks. How, because like I said, I've met people that have had locks for years, and they'll probably get to this length, and it doesn't, there's something that they're doing to where either they're trimming it or they're just not maintaining it. How, do you get your hair? How did you get your hair that long? Do you have, a technique? Where, do you wash your hair once a week? Do you, how do you sleep with it? Do you sleep with it wrapped around your neck?
You think I'm trying to kill myself?
Do you have, a book bag that you put on your chest and you tuck them in? Do they have their own bed? Or, how do you take care of it?
Well, the biggest thing is stop messing with your hair. All that little twisting. People, you see people doing this. What you twisting? What you doing? Every day, you don't have to twist your hair. Just twist it once a month if you do it yourself. Why do you twist it every day? Because you damage it. If you have that repetitive motion, you damage it, period. The biggest thing I say to people is leave your hair alone. Let it do its thing. One thing about our hair, it's going to grow if you don't mess with it.
Natural or locks, the same thing.
It's going to grow.
If you're always playing with
if you don't mess with it. Stop playing with it. Stop this, that, and the other. Just leave it alone. And I use a lot of natural products. I don't go get the Pantene and the this and the that and the this. I look at the ingredients on the shampoo I use. I look at the ingredients on the conditioner I may leave in. When they were baby locks, I did it myself. I used peppermint oil. I use jojoba oil. I use avocado oil. I use Jamaican castor oil.
Those are all great stuff. I use that in my hair too.
Yeah, I use the biggest thing is coconut oil. That's the biggest thing.
I only use that in the summer.
It's a secret. Everything you use on your hair has coconut oil in it because coconut oil is a strengthener. It helps it not break and it helps it grow, and it's a deep conditioner. Every day you should put coconut oil in your hair. I don't do it now because I don't need my hair growing fast or anything. But when I was small
Mm-hmm.
dreads, every day, coconut oil every day. I
Mm-hmm.
get a teaspoon and just run it through there. Um, and put it on your scalp. You're feeding your scalp. You're not feeding the hair at the end. You're feeding your scalp. It has to stay moisturized, but the scalp is the most important. Even with locks, your scalp hair is the most important because that's your baby. That's the hair that's just coming out, and you have to strengthen it so it can get long. I see a lot of people who have locks dye them when they're small. They'll
Those are
dye them
people that
like
are
blonde or red or
impatient. I know for me, when I with my natural hair journey, I was
yeah,
horrified to dye my hair. I did not dye my hair till like recently, like a year ago, but that was a mistake because I ended up chopping all out. No, it wasn't the mistake of dyeing my hair. The mistake was not going to going to a professional.
yeah.
So by like the third touch of my hair was fried. It was long on the outer side, short in the middle. It was a
But you can have they
mess.
have like cellophanes and natural henna dyes you can
But I
use.
wanted to lighten my hair. So I told myself
Oh,
if
so
I
you have to bleach
ever
it
do it
first.
again, I'm going to go to because I got my own hairstylist now. Curly hairstylist. We have an interview with her coming up in the next
Yeah.
couple weeks. Actually, the next show, she's going to be on here. She's like my favorite stylist.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, so I'm going to just do professional now. But I'm on a length retention journey now. So I'm trying to retain length,
Yeah.
and I want to teach other people how to do that too. But yeah, I'm just amazed of how long
Well,
you
you
have
if you use
dreads.
your natural oils and just stay with the natural oil,
Hmm.
you'll get more length out of it. At night, I use like it's like this long sock thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, do you wrap your hair at
Yeah.
night?
At
Okay,
night,
because I
it's
know
this.
friction is bad
Yeah. And
for our
plus,
hair.
when you sleep, if you're like me, I always lay on my side. So most of my hair, when you lay on your sides, it slows down the growth. If
Hmm.
you lay on your back, that's why a lot of people on the back of their heads, it doesn't grow as fast
Hmm.
because when you're asleep, you get in your comfortable position,
Hmm.
and that's where you stay. So you have to learn how to wrap it up. So I wrap it where my hair is above my head.
Have you ever thought about satin pillowcases?
I ain't doing all that. I don't like satin.
Oh, bougie, you don't like satin?
I don't like
I'm
satin. I
surprised.
don't. I hate when those
I'm
satin sheets go on
surprised.
the bed.
Well, just the pillowcase,
I
not the
don't even
bed.
want the pillowcase.
The bed is kind of childish. I would feel really uncomfortable if I had
All
satin
my stuff
sheets.
just slid off. I'm
But
like,
if you
what
got the
the hell?
pillowcase, it's not
No,
gonna.
I'm gonna slide
But for
off
me,
too.
I have my moments where I don't. You said yeah, you.
I don't like
I thought
satin
about like.
pillowcases. No.
Yeah, but I'm
Uh,
just saying like.
and y'all with these
Anyway,
bonnets,
so
that's cute too, but I
I
ain't putting
like
a
the
bonnet.
bonnets.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
cute.
it's not fun in the summer when it's
It's not
hot.
fun, period.
But the satin pillowcases, if you forget to do, because I be having my moments where I just like flop in the bed and
And slide the hell
I
off
don't
the
feel
other
like.
side.
Anyway, I'm trying to give you some suggestions, but I guess I don't need to because your hair is down your back. You too good for a satin pillowcase, I
Oh,
guess.
I mean, if a satin pillowcase make them think something gonna happen, nah, go for it. But nah, me satin, no. I use a regular old cotton wrap, like my answer we just cotton, so I had me some cotton wrap.
But see, I don't know. For me, because I have like high porosity hair, like I don't use
Don't
cotton
be
because
using
it
big words. What
absorbs.
the hell
That's
is a
not a big word.
porosity?
That's not. We'll talk about it.
Velocity, but
You need
porosities.
to learn porosity if you're gonna be the co-host on this show. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send you a dictionary when we leave here because you need to get on it.
She
But
got some
I don't
high
like using
porosity.
cotton because it dries my hair out a lot. So I try to do the bonnet. I want to start doing the satin pillowcases so I can get out of. I have a lot of like natural hair bad habits that I'm trying not to repeat. Because I'm trying to have my hair
Yeah,
as long as yours.
yeah.
Um,
Well, with the natural
but
oil,
curly.
and then I
Can
wrap
you
it
imagine
up.
how big my hair would be if my hair was like, even
Oh,
if it's
your
just
hair
this
be
length, my hair,
real.
because you
It'd
see
be
how
too
big my
big.
hair.
Yeah.
It would be. I probably
There's
have it
this
braided
one
up all
young
the time.
lady, Kiki, Kika, excuse me, and she has a huge afro. I know if
Hmm.
she were to press that out, it'd probably be as
Be
long
down
as
her back.
mine. Yeah,
Even when my
yeah.
hair was really big and I think stretched out, it was probably like down here, but
Hmm.
it was still just right there. And then depending what type of products I used, it would hang a little bit lower. And
Yeah.
And I have really, you've seen how thick my hair is. My hair is really thick.
Yeah.
Like, my
Well,
hair is
coarse
so thick,
hair
you can't
is
see my
coarse
roots.
hair definitely works for this. But the wrapping up, and I wash it like, really, I don't wash my hair anymore. I can't. I cannot.
You didn't need to share that. That's
Yeah.
pretty gross.
Yeah. No.
So the last time you washed it
No,
was
I don't
when?
wash my hair.
Oh,
I
you
have
don't.
somebody
you
wash
didn't
it.
say that. I was like,
Well, you
that
just
made me feel
don't
uncomfortable.
be putting words in my mouth.
Like,
I
she
said
was
at
like,
the
I don't
beginning,
wash
people
my
think.
hair. I'm just like,
I already said at the beginning, people think we don't wash it. No, we don't wash it. We have somebody wash it for us.
you should have started the sentence with that. You should
I
have
didn't
said,
want to.
So you made me feel uncomfortable for like 2 minutes for no reason. My heart skipped.
Look at that. You
My
felt
heart
like
skipped when you said I don't wash my. I'm like, okay, didn't we just say people? Okay,
I don't
but
wash
I
my
understand
hair.
Now. I don't-
That was a revelation too. This hair, maybe people don't know, but hair is heavy. Hair is heavy.
I believe
and when
these
it's wet,
box braids are.
I don't
heavy,
see
so I
how
don't even wanna
somebody
know.
could jump in the pool with locks and then think they gonna float, cause the hair gonna sink you
gonna
to the
sink like
bottom.
a rock.
Oh my God! I went to Hawaii and my stylist Adrian, Locs by Adrian, she said, make sure you get in the ocean because salt water is good for your hair. Girl, I got in there, I went like this and fell all the way back into the water because I didn't
almost
even
drowned.
gauge how
How long were
heavy
your
it would
locks
be.
in?
It was a little past my shoulders, but even then, it took me
it's
backwards.
probably scary if you do it now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna tell you the story on why I don't wash my hair anymore.
No, you have to tell me.
Oh my God, it's so embarrassing.
That's not how this works. You have to. If you didn't want me to know, like
I shouldn't have said that.
Everybody want to know the story now. Now everybody's like,
everybody, look, what you gonna?
So let's hear that story.
So I was in the shower minding my own business, and so you know how you got the faucet behind you, and you have your back, and you put your water on your hair, and you lean your head back, and you get the shampoo, and you shampoo your hair, right? So I have my back to the shower head, so then I turn around because I want to get the front. So then while I'm facing the shower head, the water is hit me in the head, on my face, whatever, with my eyes closed. So I take my hands behind my neck and I flip all my hair. I went right under and flipped all my hair forward. Bloop. That was the worst mistake. I tore down the metal thing on the shower. I tore the shower curtain down. I was stuck underneath the waterfall. It was the worst, most embarrassing thing, and I lived by myself, so can't nobody help my butt out the shower. So I was stuck there with the shower. I hurt myself real bad because when I flipped my hair forward, my whole body went forward. My head hit the wall. My body fell into the tub. The metal thing with all the little shampoos and stuff.
I can't get up. What's that commercial?
Medical alert.
What did they say?
I'm falling and
I can't get up.
Shower curtain was in there with me. Everything was in there with me. I think I took the whole bathroom in there with me. So I see.
That's stressful.
I was actually hurt. I had a bruise on my neck. I had a bump on my head. It's still kind of here.
Somebody beat you up?
Girl, I was purple. Yeah, I was purple. So it was like after that I said I can't wash my hair anymore. And I can't because it gets that heavy and people don't realize that. So from that point on, I've always gone to Sunshine to get my hair. She washes my hair. Once in a while I get my wife to wash my hair.
So you need help washing.
Yeah,
hair.
I can't wash my hair by myself.
I mean, it makes sense. It reminds me. I don't know why I didn't mention this at the beginning. So I think I saw it on Instagram. It was either on Instagram or it was on Facebook. There's this woman. She has dreads that are like, they're like Rapunzel long. Like they wrap around. Like if she was here, it'll probably wrap around the seat and then go around into the next room. Like her dreads are really long, and then they're explaining like the process that she goes through to wash it. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me. I think it's a black woman. Her dreads are like 20 feet long. And in my mind, like, okay, Miss T's dreads. I'm like, why would anybody want like?
You can't. You know what? It's impossible.
I think she carries them in a bag. I forgot how long. I think she's had hers for like 20 years.
Yeah.
She's had hers for like 20 years, and I just thought that was.
I thought she was doing the meme.
Yeah.
It's in the meme. We have somebody behind there that 10 minutes. The meme. I was like, what's she trying to say? I'm hungry. We go for drinks after work. But I didn't get it. But yeah, when you go on this journey, the biggest thing is knowing that it's a commitment.
Oh yeah.
A lot of times, like I see, like Busta Rhymes when he took his locks off, I was devastated. You know, when Lauren Hill, when these
That's
people,
when I learned he didn't have a neck. When he, I was dang.
that's
like,
why I said locks be hiding
You,
a lot
you know
of
what?
stuff.
You right.
When Ludacris took his, when these people,
Ludacris had.
yes,
Well, I thought you just said dreads. Not dreads.
locks.
Braids.
He had locks. Ludacris?
No,
What?
you just old and delusional. That's not what happened. But anyway,
Was it
go ahead.
Ludacris?
It was you think about somebody else. It wasn't Ludacris. He just had braids.
Oh no, you know they all look alike. It was
Right? Who? I'm
they
trying
all
to think
look alike.
who you
It
could
was
have
one
been
of them
talking
light skinned people. One of them
Is he a
light skinned.
rapper?
Yeah, I think so. One of them light skinned
about.
rappers
We're
or
gonna come back to
actors.
that later. I
Darden
don't
or
know.
Christopher. Oh yeah, it was Christopher Darden. He played on NCIS. I got him mixed up with Ludacris. That's y'all
How
age.
does that
I
even-
don't know. I don't know. But anyway, when Busta Rhymes took his locks off,
Ludacris
that's when
watching
you
this
realize
mad.
that it was something wrong. Because you can't. Once you get them and you commit to them, you need to keep them.
Mhm.
Like you said, you didn't even realize he didn't have a neck.
No, I'm serious. When he cut them off, I'm like, dang, he didn't have a neck. This
He
whole
looks
time.
different.
This whole time.
Yeah,
I
he
was
looks
like,
different, but it is a commitment and it's a journey that you go on, and you do want to give up. You do have stages where you want to give up and just say I'm done with it. It's more acceptable now. When I first started, it wasn't as acceptable
It's a
as
lot
it is
more
now.
acceptable.
Um,
I kind of feel like people with locks have it a little bit harder than people with, I don't know, or is it the same? You feel like it's the same? Locks
no,
and natural
because they
hair?
feel locks are not professional. A
Mhm.
lot of professional businesses does not feel locks are professional.
Mhm.
Even in retail, they don't feel locks are professional. They're not presented professionally, and I don't know where that came from. It could
I've seen
come from the
lawyers
fact
with
that,
locks.
huh?
I've seen lawyers with locks.
Yeah, but if you go like you have to realize people who going for interviews for these big corporations,
Yeah.
the biggest
Understood.
thing is
Your hair.
you have locks.
That's what black people always go through. That it's like your hair. I remember working places where they wanted me to flat iron my hair. I'm just like, that's the thing. When you're natural, people wanting you to flat iron your hair, especially when it gets really big. Oh my God, your hair is. I bet your hair is really long if you flat iron. I'm not flat ironing my hair. I haven't owned a flat iron in like 7-8 years.
Well, it goes back to what they think is acceptable and what they think is beautiful. And straight hair is quote unquote the end thing. You know how
I
it is.
guess.
Even in our community, if you have long straight hair, oh my God, you have good hair. What is the who made this? Where did this
It's-
terminology come from? What good hair is? And I'm not talking about who is that Chris Rock movie Good Hair. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about in general. What is good hair?
There's no such thing.
It has to be a such thing. That's a whole nother
But
show then.
Yeah.
Because
We-
what
we-
is
did we
good
just-
hair?
That we just created a whole nother show.
What is good
Okay,
hair?
so we're gonna talk about that afterwards.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely get to that.
So, I really appreciate you for coming out. Definitely make you a permanent
No problem.
portion of this.
Anytime,
Thanks for
anytime.
sharing about your locks and your journey. It's very interesting. It's very similar to mine, but I think yours is a little bit more deeper simply because you grew up back when it was like none of this stuff was even acceptable. I think when I started my natural journey, like there were natural hair products for me to use.
Yeah.
Whereas you probably had to like use.
Well, I figured it out,
different.
and really, if you search out people who already doing it,
Mhm.
which is like a little different society. It's like a secret society.
Now you can just go.
Yeah,
on
now,
YouTube.
but before it
I
used
was
to be like
YouTubing it up.
It was
I was
YouTubing
trying
it
to
up.
find girls with like different, like same hair texture as mine. That's another show too, because I've learned just because somebody's hair looks exactly like yours does not mean the same product is gonna work.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way. I got
Yeah.
horror stories of stuff that I've tried. I'm like, why did I do that?
Yeah. They used to have products back in the day like BB Good and other stuff for us if you had natural hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
But it didn't, it wasn't popular. It wasn't
Were they black owned
commercials.
companies
Yeah.
or?
Yeah.
Well, now a lot of these companies they're really big, but I don't feel like I don't even these like I think is it L'Oreal? No, it's Suave. It's a couple. It's a really big hair company. Like all these big hair companies that
Yeah.
used to only cater to one hair type. Now they're starting to make stuff for curly hair, kinky hair.
Yeah.
There's one company I'm trying to think of the name of. Like back in the day, I would never use their stuff for my natural hair, but now they
Uh-huh.
have like a whole line for natural hair, and
What
I'm
do you
just
think?
like,
They know where the money at. These
the money has
corporations.
always been there.
Yeah,
It's
but these
always been there.
corporations are spending millions to get us to buy the chicken sandwich. Why wouldn't they spend millions to get us to use their
I
hair
still haven't
products?
tried that chicken sandwich. You
I
just
ain't
reminded
trying
me
that
I need to
chicken.
try it.
I ain't trying that chicken sandwich. That you know where that came from though.
What?
See, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what? I'm still trying to figure out like the craze with that chicken sandwich because when I was 18, I worked at Popeyes and we had a chicken sandwich. I remember we had a chicken sandwich and we ran at the chicken patty. Guess what we used for the chicken sandwich?
Piece of chicken.
Them chicken strips.
Some chicken strips.
So it's like it makes me want to go there and ask them like why I don't understand why the sandwich is so popular because they had it like I just reminded them like 11 years ago. 'Cause I'm like 29.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That chicken recipe came from Golden Bird.
You talking about something I don't know nothing
Chicken, hot sauce, those pickles, and fries. That's from Golden Bird. Everyone who's old know where that dang recipe
Yeah.
came from. Somebody was sitting there probably smoking some weed. You know what we should make? Chicken sandwich. Put some.
I still don't
Let's put
understand
some
the
hot
craze.
sauce and some pickles and some some French fries. Yeah, let's put some French fries. That's all that
They were
is.
selling out of them sandwiches. That's how crazy.
Hey,
It was.
$1 million to cater to us. Why not? Why not? But it's the same with the hair products. These big corporations spend millions of dollars to cater to us because we are liquid money and we don't get it.
We spend the
We
most
spend the
money.
most
We
money.
spend the most money.
We don't invest. We don't save. We spend. We
We
spend. We spend.
We spend. That's a song.
That's a
We
new song.
spend.
We spend.
Um,
That's that awkwardness. We spend. Well,
all right.
yeah,
So I just want
definitely.
to touch back again on the giveaway that I'm doing. So make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Kinky Curly Babe, and you should be able to see the explanation on how to enter in the giveaway. I'm not going to repeat it again. It's all on there on the post. I'm going to repost it again after tonight so you
It's
guys
free.
can see it.
It's free.
But in the giveaway, it's with Natural Hair Care. So you can follow her on Instagram as well. She's including one of her top seller hair packages. And then I'm including my 13-month natural hair diary and a piece of my merch, my Kinky Curly Crew tee is going to be included with that as well. I'm actually planning to do an interview with her, so she's going to be on
That
here.
sounds
She's going to
great.
call in though, but I'm excited to introduce her. She's actually she lives in Hawaii. I don't think she's from Hawaii. She lives in Hawaii.
So
And
you
she
just getting all
does.
the black people from Hawaii?
No, she's the only person that's
Oh,
we've found each other. I don't know I think we started following each other. We started contacting each other, and then we started doing.
what's your number? 808. Yours too. Oh,
I don't think
No.
we'll learn more about her
Okay.
when she comes on the show.
That's right.
But yeah, I'm excited to have her on. I think
Okay.
I don't think we set up a date for sure, but yeah, she's gonna be on.
Cool, cool. So yeah, it was great. Definitely sitting here talking about the natural hair. It was fun. It was fun. I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
That's right. Get it going, girl. Kinky Curly Babe, right here in the show. That's right. Kick it off. Make sure you hit her up on Instagram. Hit like. Hit her up.
Just don't slide in my DMs. DMs are closed.
Hey yo, Billy, this the one.
Who can do better when you me? Who can do fuck what they thought? Hold up. Right. Who can do better when you me? All y'all niggas still nameless. Kenny locked in when I touch bases. Ask when your bitch wanna see famous. Who can do better when you